Good morning everybody and welcome to Case Flower School and happy Thursday to everybody. So if you're just joining us, obviously we've just went live literally 2 seconds ago, so you're probably just getting the notifications. But anybody that's joining us, please let us know where are you watching from. Put the area, whether you're in Ireland or if you're outside Ireland, just let us know where everybody is watching from. Love to hear from you. Also, as with all our classes that we go live on, we do recommend or we do suggest that maybe you might think about sharing. So I am going to demonstrate a Hatbox this morning for Valentine's Day. So if you do have friends that are interested in flowers, or you think maybe interested in maybe doing a course here at the school, please click share and let them know that we're live. We'd really appreciate it. The idea is it just builds up our interaction for social media, and Google love that, and it helps with the SEO on our website. So Deirdre, anybody watching this morning, what's happening?
Yes, we have Maxine is tuning in from Birmingham.
Hello, how are you? I'm actually going to Birmingham, myself and Deirdre, the two of us. We're heading over to Birmingham tomorrow. No, not tomorrow's Friday, Saturday. So Saturday morning, I think we're going over on the 12 o'clock flight, and we're staying in the, I think it's the Marriott Hotel, I'm not too sure. Presume it's not too far from the airport. We're actually attending a business flower course over there run by the Irish Florist Guide. No, not the Irish Florist Guide, the Good Florist Guide. So not sure if you're a florist, maybe we might meet you there, and if you do, pop over to us and say hello and introduce yourself. Anybody else watching?
Yes, we have Joanne from Donegal.
Hey Joanne, how are you?
It's very dull in Donegal.
Well, it's mad foggy here in Dublin. So yesterday you were all remarking all the inland counties all seem to have fog yesterday, and I was saying, God no, definitely no fog in Dublin. Well, I tell you, I was on the road at 5:45 this morning, and it was pretty thick fog, so I can imagine what it's like inland. And it's still, looking out the window there, it's still pretty foggy out there. It's dry, the ground is wet, so it's obviously raining during the night, but there's no rain at the moment. But it's a real dark, dismal, kind of like November sort of morning, even though it's January.
Yep, because we've Margaret on Reynolds on, and she says hello from Ballyfermot, a foggy Ballyfermot.
Yeah.
We've Margaret on from Carlow. We've Lynn is on from South Armagh. We've another Lynn is on from Australia.
Hiya Lynn, how are you? What's the weather like over your way? Definitely no fog in Australia, I'd say.
We have Jeanette is on from Armagh, and Deirdre Pike has a cup of tea. She's ready for this now.
Fair play to you, Deirdre. I forgot a reminder earlier on, just to remind people that we would be going live. I said 9ish because I wasn't sure what time we'd be all organised at here this morning, and I said get the cup of coffee and the biscuits ready. Hope you're not eating any biscuits, Deirdre.
Okay, we have just very quickly Caroline from Swanage and Natasha from Glasgow.
Right, so welcome, especially anybody that's new, that's joining us, that maybe hasn't joined us before. Huge big welcome to you. Definitely comment below, introduce yourself. Anybody that's from a florist business or florist shop, feel free to place your link underneath in the comments there for your business, and what we can do is we can encourage people then to pop over and like your page and interact with your page, because that's the whole idea of social media, is to be actually social.
Judy in Ballaflorist has just tuned in.
Hi Judy, how are you?
Congratulations.
Congratulations on, so Judy Ballaflorist, you'll probably put up the link there. She won the Irish Wedding Awards there for the Connacht region?
Yeah.
Connacht region, I think. And she won it there on Monday night, so huge congratulations. I think this is her couple of years running. She's won it a few times, I'm sure. She won lots of awards, so she's an award-winning florist. So anybody that's over the west around Mayo and you're looking to book a florist, definitely get in contact with Judy there. She'll post her link underneath.
She has Ballaflorist,
Fair play to you. Thanks, Judy.
Okay, so we're ready
Okay, so what I have here are a couple of hat boxes. Now we obviously purchase these in the wholesalers. You find, like, when you go to the wholesalers, anybody that is watching from a florist, they're always changing the stuff. You go in last week, they have these boxes. You go in this week, it's something different. Anybody that's watching that's not from a flower shop, just go into your local flower shop and they will sell you one of the hat boxes. As I said, it mightn't be identical to this, but if you're planning on making it at home yourself, the girl in the shop will be able to advise you, just in case it's a little bit different to our ones. So our ones come in a set of 3, so they obviously have a lid. The twines are separate. You have to pierce the holes, and there is the little mark there. I actually can't see it. There is. Oh, it's on the inside. There's a little mark there, so you kind of pierce through with the little strings, and you then have, like, you know, something to carry the box. So I'm going to use the smaller one because, again, the whole idea this morning is to do something fast. So you can see already I have my little handles on the end, on the sides of the box. And what I normally do for presentation is I place the lid at the bottom of the box. Now it is possible to incorporate the lid into the flower arrangement. For this particular one, I'm not going to do that. But on our online courses, I do have a Hatbox course on our online school, and I do have arrangements where I have incorporated the lid. But this is a very, very simple one. It's something for people to copy at home. Now these particular boxes are not plastic lined, or lined like to avoid like water leakage. So what I normally use are these bowls here. These are called bulb bowls, and in my case they fit perfectly. You see down into the centre of the boxes. Or what I have here is one of the bulb bowls already, and I have just under 2/3 of a block of foam. You don't need the foam to come up over the top of the container. And anybody that's been with me before, you normally hear me talking about trimming the corners off the foam. I'm not going to trim the corners off this one. Everything is going to be vertical into the arrangement. I'm also not going to strap it in with anchor tape. Now you can if you want to, but this won't be going anywhere, so it's not necessary to strap it in with anchor tape. So all I'm going to do with the bulb bowl is just drop it down into the box. Down you go. There we go. I'll just hold that sideways just so you can see it. So unless somebody turns it upside down, it's not going to go anywhere. And if somebody does turn this upside down, a little bit of anchor tape is not going to save it. So you can see that's there, ready to carry. Any questions? Anybody, any questions? Just keep commenting below.
No questions at all. Just still on the weather forecast. It's dry and dull in Tyrone. Good morning from Galway. Agate is in Galway.
Hi Agate, how are you? Long time no here.
There's no fog in Bray.
No fog in Bray.
Yeah, Deirdre Lynch is on from Bray. But
maybe the fog all moved to Dublin today.
That's it.
Seeing as how it around the
and Pamela from Absolute Flowers is on.
Pamela.
Good morning
Pamela
as well.
always joins in. Fair play to everybody. Thanks a million. And again, remember to click share. Yesterday we had phenomenal. Did you see the amount of shares? 75 or 76 shares. So yesterday I was giving out yesterday morning that we only got 30 something shares the day before. So everybody was on the mark. They were all afraid of me, and they all clicked share. So again, anybody that's watching, let's see, can we beat the 75 shares today? All I need is everybody that's watching to just click share, and immediately then it goes to your own page. But also if you want to rewind and watch this at a later stage, because as you realise with our Case Flower School page, it is quite busy. We post a lot of material and status to it. So what happens is the video I do in the mornings moves down the page, and it's very hard to find it. So a couple of people are messaging about single roses for Valentine's Day. I actually did that on Tuesday morning, I did. But you probably won't be able to find it on the page. You'll need to go down to, if you click on videos probably, you'll probably see the last lot of videos that I put up. But if you go down through all the status and the posts, you'll find it nearly impossible. So Tuesday morning, Monday morning I did treatment of roses. Tuesday morning I did the single roses in cellophane and single roses in the black boxes. We still have a good few of them black boxes. I know a good few of you did call in to purchase them. I still have a good few more of them, so if anybody needs them, they're only €2 each. I'm selling them off to get rid of them. As I said, I made a bit of a booby when I was ordering them. Instead of ordering 1 by 12, I ordered 12 by 12, and we just basically needed them for demonstration. So if anybody needs single rose boxes, the black box, I'll get them there just to show you. Sorry for going off camera there for a second. There we go. These are the boxes here. So they come with this cellophane covering, and then when you open it up inside it, the ribbons come, and then they're lined in satin. So they're ideal for lying a single rose for Valentine's Day, or to be honest, any time of the year, even Mother's Day. So a lot of them boxes in stock. Anybody needs them, even any florist that needs them, just contact me. I'm not posting them. They're too difficult to post, so you need to call in and collect them here in the school. So back to our Hatbox for Valentine's Day. All you need is 9 flowers. I'm going to use 9 roses, but what you could do to make it less expensive is 9 tulips. 9 red tulips, and to be honest, you could get away with using a different number of flowers if that's what you preferred. Yesterday morning I did a little grid arrangement using a glass container, foam free. Today obviously I'm going to use the foam. So to start off with, I'm going to use some tree fern. So I have the tree fern cut up just to save time. The oasis, or the floral foam, is coming up quite high inside this box, so I get away with the tree fern being cut quite short. And all I'm doing is I'm just placing the tree fern vertically down into the floral foam. Some of it is slightly overlapping, coming over towards the edge of the box, as you can see there.
Sorry, Jeanette, Louise is just asking what other foliage could she use?
Eucalyptus would be brilliant, and you know, ivy out of the garden. You'll see when this is made, trade, like you're going to see very, very little of the greenery. And yesterday, anybody that watched yesterday's video, I used all the gyp, you know, the white gyp soft list. So you could use the gyp as well, that would be beautiful. I just wanted to make this a little bit different. But eucalyptus out of the garden, the viburnum out of the garden, ivy, what else? Bit of pittosporum, a little bit of hebe. To be honest, any greenery will do. It's not really, it doesn't have to be tree fern. I just happen to have tree fern in this week, so that's what I'm using.
Rose just wants to know if you, for a flower ranger, what would be the best foliage to grow in your garden?
Silver Sussex, okay. Can't remember the garden centre we got it from. Janet Redmond, if you're watching, please put the name of the garden centre underneath where you got the Silver Sussex.
Or if any of the flower shops
or if any of the flower shops are selling Silver Sussex, or any garden centres are watching. I absolutely love Silver Sussex, and we found it impossible to be able to purchase a Silver Sussex tree because Deirdre wants to grow it in our garden. So one of our students, Janet Redmond, who happened to be attending the school before Christmas, she's with us this week as well, she rang around garden centres and she found a garden centre that was selling them. She rang me up and she says, listen, I've picked up 3 of them, so fair play to her. So we have them planted. Definitely Silver Sussex. They're gorgeous, they're very decorative in your garden, easy to grow. We wouldn't be horticulturists here at the school, and if we can grow them, you can grow them. Eucalyptus, different varieties of eucalyptus, the large leaf, the small leaf, the silver one, the bluey one, wouldn't know all the varieties. Anybody that does know all the varieties of the eucalyptus, feel free to tag them below there for me, I'd really appreciate it. Eucalyptus definitely. And pittosporum, and there's different types of pittosporum. Personally, I love the black pittosporum, kind of a black winey browny one. I call it Tom Thumb, which is normally the miniature, but when we purchase it in, we're getting massive big branches of it, so it could have a different name. The big Tom Thumb, as I like to call it here at the school. So Tom Thumb, or pittosporum, eucalyptus, ivy. Deirdre's just told me a little bit of the Tom Thumb, as I like to call it, the black pittosporum. Now I'm sure the larger version of it is probably not called Tom Thumb, it's probably called Tom Thumb's Daddy. So if anybody knows, put the name underneath there to really appreciate it. So any other questions?
No,
there?
that's it for now.
Right.
And but you keep going there, and we have more weather coming in from beautiful morning in Donegal. Marianne is
your
up
man
there.
on the telly telling the weather. Sure, all you
That's
have
it.
to do is tune into Case Blair School. What I have done here is I've all the roses cut approximately the same length. That one's a little bit shorter than that one there. I'm placing 1 rose in the centre of the box, and then near me I'm placing 1 rose, I'm turning it around, and near me again I'm placing another rose. So I have 3 roses going across the box there. You could substitute them for 3 large carnations. 3 tulips would be absolutely gorgeous, and then depending on the colour of the box, maybe for springtime you could change it into spring flowers. Germanes would be beautiful as well, so any flower at all you could use. Probably wouldn't use chrysanthemums. I'm not a mad lover of chrysanthemums here at school. Now on the side of the box nearer me, I'm putting 1 in the middle, and then again I'm going to put 1 on the right hand side and 1 on the left hand side. So you can see there's my half dozen roses so far.
Even wants to know what type of rose are they?
Oh Deirdre, you'll have to tell me there.
They're Naomi, the red Naomi.
Sorry, I have a blank there for a second. I was going to say Porto Nova. Porto Nova is the grower who grows Naomi roses. Here was Porto Nova. No, that's not the name. Red Naomi, thanks a million, Deirdre. Bit of a blank there for a second. The Naomi rose is a great one for Valentine's Day, Red Naomi. But Freedom Roses is also another great variety, Freedom Roses, and a lot of the florists find that they're a longer lasting rose, you know, that way. But it is personal taste. It's basically like going to buy beans, and do you buy the Bachelor's brand or do you buy the Heinz brand? Everybody has their own preference, and everybody believes that they're kind of right in what they're doing. So there's our 9 roses. Now to be honest, you couldn't get any simpler than that flower arrangement to copy at home. Obviously if you're only joining in now, rewind to the beginning, or just when you hang up, is watch it from the beginning and you'll be able to see everything that we've just shown you.
Dervla just wants to know, where did you get the hat boxes?
Hat boxes, anybody from a flower business that has a wholesale card, Harold Elms is where I bought them. They also came in black. I'll just show you the black ones. I can only find 1 of the black ones. Sorry, I'm going off camera there all the time, but that's them there in the black. And again, they came in 3 different sizes in the black. So that's the smaller one that matches that one, and that's the lid, which you can also use it and incorporate it into the arrangement. But where did you put up the photographs of all the hat boxes?
That was Elms, yeah.
But where on the
the Irish Florist group.
Okay, so maybe you might do it in the fun group. Okay, Deirdre took a lot of photographs of the hat boxes that's available in Harold Elms. Now obviously if you're not in the trade you won't be able to go there, but anybody that is in the trade, and what I'll get her to do is to post the photographs of the hat boxes available in the wholesalers in the Flowery Fun group. I'm not going to post them on this page, I'll post them over in the Flowery Fun group. Anybody that is a flower shop and you're on the Irish Florist page, we did post all the photographs there the other day. Anybody not from a flower shop, you can have a look at the photographs, go into your local florist and they'll order them in for you. There's no problem at all. Anything else?
No, that's all. Everyone says gorgeous as they love it. It's
very simple, do you know, that way, and inexpensive. And as I said, you don't have to buy the red Naomi rose, which would be probably one of the better quality roses and would be that little bit more expensive. But if you wanted to do it for somebody at home yourself, go to your local florist and don't buy a miserable rose. Like, don't buy, I'm saying Tesco's, okay, little Aldi supermarket. Don't buy them squinchy little miserable fecky little roses, you know, that way, for 50 cents or 60 cents. They
just don't last.
They don't last. Like, you don't even get 5 days out of them. They're probably old when you buy them. They're marked around the outside. Hope none of the supermarkets are watching me here, you know, that way. But genuinely, you pay for what you get. So if you pay shit, you get shit. And that's literally it, you know, that way. So pay that little bit extra. They will last that bit longer.
And you know, there actually isn't a huge difference when you do like with like.
Yeah.
With the florists and the supermarkets.
Absolutely.
But you know that the florists...
You do see some of, like I find with some of the supermarkets with the magazines, you know, that they would, the supplements magazines that they put in the newspaper before Valentine's Day, and they have this fabulous bouquet roses for X amount of money, you know what I mean? And you're looking at it, and it might even say Avalanche roses, Naomi roses, Mercedes roses, whatever the variety is, which will be one of the good varieties. When you actually go to the supermarket, them bouquets don't exist. They just don't. They have all the kind of cheaper ones. And of course, some people wouldn't realise, it's kind of like buying, I often say to the students, it's like buying eggs. When I personally go in to buy eggs as in eggs to eat, I always buy the large size. And I always buy the free range or the organic, you know, that way. And even though I can buy eggs maybe that size, that are much smaller, and battery eggs or whatever they call them. Obviously we get loads of eggs off Deirdre. Deirdre has our free range organic eggs up in her garden, our organic chickens. But you pay for what you get. So yes, you can buy smaller stuff. It is going to be cheaper, but it's not going to be the same. I definitely think with roses you need to pay that little bit extra with roses. No point in buying like cheap shit. Yeah.
Somebody just says Floral Box. They don't sell that particular hat box?
No, Floral Box doesn't sell this particular style of hat box, but they do have hat boxes. And again, if you look at our hat box online course, I have used a lot of the Floral Box hat boxes on that tutorial, but I also used kind of like leather, much better quality hat boxes that I bought from what's your man
Central
called?
Floral.
Brian down in Central Floral Supplies down in County Cork. I bought hat boxes off him. His hat boxes are also lined on the inside, but like lots of companies do. To be honest, Dunnes Store sells hat boxes. It might be the colour you're looking for. IKEA often sells hat boxes, Marks and Spencer's. Like, they're selling them like for people to maybe decorate their bedrooms or their bathroom for storing material in, you know. But like, you could use them hat boxes. As I said, they don't have to be lined. Get yourself a bulb bowl. You probably only buy that in a flower shop. Anybody that has the large posy dish, you know, the posy dishes that hold a half a block of oasis, it would be like a large one. It's probably the same diameter as that, to be honest. That would actually do. The only thing is it won't hold as much water because they're quite shallow. Where I find with this one, it's very awkward to water that arrangement. So with your bulb bowl, you have quite a decent piece of oasis in it. You can also fill it up, it's not going to spill. And anybody in flower shops, these are brilliant to transport, because that's a massive problem all those busy occasions, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Christmas, is the delivery fellas trying to deliver the flowers having problems, you know, that way it's stuff not toppling over. Hat boxes are brilliant to transport because you can't basically fall anywhere. Just when we talked about delivery men, I had a couple of emails, Deirdre, about GDPR. Just with Valentine's Day, you're going to have a lot of customers coming into your shop, or I'm saying shops, I'll take it from a shop point of view, maybe requesting to send flowers to whoever, their friend, their lover, or somebody who they wish was their friend, their lover, but they want to put from guess who on it. Now, it could be the girl's husband, boy's boyfriend, whatever. They could be related. The person who receives the flowers might even presume or know who the flowers are from. But it is a kind of a Valentine thing, you know, be my Valentine, love from guess who, even though you probably know who they're from. But some people would be doing it, you know what I mean? They'd be on the, what would you call it? Hopeful people. Looking for something. And they're putting on the, you know, from guess who. And maybe when the customer receives the flowers, they may ring the flower shop and ask, who sent the flowers. By law, you have to disclose who actually sent the flowers. So if a customer comes in and is ordering flowers and puts love from guess who, or orders them over the phone, you know that way, or says this is a surprise, I don't want the person to know who sent the flowers, you must advised them that by law, if the customer contacts you, you have to, under GDPR, disclose where you got her address, where you got her details, basically who sent the flowers. If you go to our blog page, so on our website, which is flowerschoolireland.com, go along the buttons and you'll see a button called blog. If you click on the blog, go down through the list and you'll see a blog wrote GDPR from a florist point of view. Because things like having all your bouquets ready for delivery in your flower shop with all the little cards on display. So a customer coming into the shop can see the little card stuck to the bouquet or to the hat box, and it says Mary Smith, Main Road, County Galway, or whatever. By law, that's illegal. You're displaying a customer's personal details, their name and their address, and you're also allowing the public to know that that person is getting flowers. You're not allowed to do that. So go to the blog GDPR for florists. There's great tips, great hints. I also seen yesterday where are you posting the videos, Deirdre, on the social media?
On the Flower Fun group.
Yesterday, it was really interesting. What it was.
Getting their websites ready.
Getting the websites ready. So again, anybody that's from a flower shop that has a website, or even an online site that has a website, every day Deirdre's been doing like top tips for social media, for getting ready for Valentine's Day. And yesterday it was all about getting your website prepared. So follow that video. Is it in the Flary Fun group?
Flary Fun group.
Flary Fun group. All them sorts of tutorials and videos are in the Flary Fun group. If you're not a member, just go to the top of this page. There's a little, I think it's called Join Us or Join the Group or whatever. Click on that. Like there's no, you don't have to be any special. You know, anybody can get into the group. Basically, we're not fussy.
Except anybody that's in it for to sell.
Yeah, you're not allowed to sell Rolex watches, Viagra. Or what else do we sell?
You can sell flowers.
Hairbands, no. It's all to do with flowers, yeah. So other than that, anybody can join. You can also self-promote yourself. So if you're a wedding florist, you're a flower shop, if you're up for an award or a vote or whatever it is, anybody can promote themselves. Once it's about flowers, there's no problem at all. Students are arriving. I better go. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for joining. Click share. Don't go without clicking share. So click share there, and I'll be able to tell you tomorrow how many people shared the post. Thanks a million. Have a great day.